talking to some of the guys in there, and they really talked about some of the lessons that have been learned in the past, when they've struggled and losing, what they can pull from that. What's the significance of just going through this and having been through it before?
Well, nobody wants to struggle. Nobody wants to go through this or lose games. I mean, if we could turn every result around from the past week, obviously we would. But what the alternative is, there isn't an alternative. You have to come out here and fight like crazy today to try to win today's game. Now, certain guys are going to have to draw on their own personal experiences or different teams they've been on that have gone through tough stretches. We went through some tough stretches last year as a team, and we were able to bounce back from it. So, I think there are value to having some of them, but we'd much rather have more experiences on the other side.
Sure. With Lugo, the splits a little bit with left-handed batters are higher this year. Do you notice anything different that he's doing with them?
I really think that's probably a regression to the mean a little bit, right? I mean, that's not the norm to be as good as he was last year against lefties. Now, he's also probably hasn't been at 100% this whole year, so I would bet on that getting better, but lefties should be better against him than they were last year.
Why do you think that is?
Why should they be? It's because you're seeing the breaking ball coming into you more. Now he offsets that with the really good changeup and splitter. His locations have to be really good too.
Now, what has impressed you about Noah the most so far, and his ability to maybe limit base runners so far?
Yeah, I think his composure is very impressive for a rookie. I think the fact that he figures out what he has on each given night and makes adjustments to that.
Do you have an update on Ragans?
He's seeing a doctor this afternoon, so we'll have more of an update either later tonight or tomorrow.
Will he be on the trip at all?
He is here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
Okay.
He's here with us as well. I think yesterday was his first day of light running, so we'll see what his progression is today. But he's hitting and throwing and starting to get back into activity.
Over the last week or so, how much have you, maybe just a couple of games, how much have you seen Caglianone improve that fast, just the way that he's kind of taking those at-bats?
I think he's been good all along. I mean, he's aggressive, right? He's going to swing the bat. I mean, you've seen him seen better breaking balls than probably what he's been used to in better locations. Saw him lay off a couple of those in the last couple of games, so that's probably a positive growth sign. And he's still hitting the ball hard.
Did you get a sense of how special that All-Star trip was last year for Bobby?
The All-Star trip. Well, I mean, he's coming home to play in front of however many people this seats and putting on that performance in the home run derby. That was pretty awesome.
And now he's back for the first time since then. Now it's not much involved. You're kind of in the routine of a season. What's that like for a guy who's kind of, as he mentioned earlier, the struggles that the team has had? What's it like to kind of be back in that routine?
Bobby wants to win tonight. That's the number one goal for him. I don't think he cares where we're playing this game tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Having a great time with the families, and it seems like they're professionals. They know how to separate. This is work. This is not just like they would at home too. But how nice is it just to see the different ages, the different kids, everybody being here and being able to do something different.
Really nice. It's really a special thing. I think talking about it, Mr. Sherman giving us the opportunity to do this is phenomenal. And these guys, this is unique because everyone's family's here, or most everyone's family's here. These guys are used to traveling with their families. They get here on their own normally, but it's good for them to have their families around. It's like everybody, they go to work, you come home, it's nice to have your kids there, especially when in our business you're away for 7 to 10 days every other week. So it's nice to be able to share this with them and have them understand what's going on in your life too.
What was the update with Cole after the second game yesterday?
Yeah, it was really good news over in the grand scheme of things. It was exactly what Dr. Key had thought back home. Very minor strain of the rotator. So he's going to be shut down for 4 weeks from when he stopped throwing previously, and then at that point he'll be reevaluated.
All things considered, that's really good news.
Yeah, no surgery, no injection, just rest.
Just for you talk about pitching depth a lot, for you guys to be able to kind of fill that spot and no one to replace it. But now it seems like you don't have to replace it now for a little bit. What does that say about your team?
Well, we know we're going to need depth, right? And we'll probably be challenged again with depth at some point. But to have Noah here, we were in a spot where we didn't know which way we were going to go, whether it was going to be 5, 6, whatever we were going to do. So to have it be as seamless as it is, that's good for us.
Bobby Witt, facing all opponents across the league, he has the lowest average against the Texas Rangers. How big was it for him to show up yesterday with a double and then the first pitch home run?
Well, when Bobby does something for us, regardless of who we're playing, it's a good sign for us. I know he's struggled here, being in his hometown, that's really an added bonus for him. And I know, aside from everything, he was most pleased with the fact that we won here, which has been tough for us to do.
As a manager, how do you balance that pressure to perform, when it may be a personal matter?
Well, I mean, some of that has to be given credit to their pitchers, too. We've faced some really good arms here over the years, but Bobby's going to get hits. Bobby's going to perform. If that's something in his mind, that's something he has to learn how to deal with. If he's putting more pressure on himself, which whether he was or not, I don't really know, but his performance last night helped us win that game.
We talked a lot about the growth of some of your younger players in coming up to the big leagues, but for a guy like John Ray to be able to be ready when his name is called upon, what have you seen out of him and his growth at the big league level?
He's learning. I mean, he's only got 25, 30 plate appearances. He's always ready to play. He's ready to run. He's ready to go in on defense, whatever we need him to do. He's making the most of his opportunity.
Corbin is really tough on lefties. Is that the main reason Cavs got a day off?
One of them. I mean, we want to get the righties in there for sure. And it's also, I think, a good opportunity for Jack to just observe for a little while. He hasn't missed a game since he's been up here in the 2+ weeks, so let him soak it in a little, get a good day of work in the cage and BP, and just kind of see what's going on in the field.
I feel like he has needed that.
I don't know if need is the right word. I felt like it was a good opportunity for him.
What are your thoughts about Steven Cruz, the way he's developed, the organizational win to get him here, and what he means for the club?
Phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, the growth since day one of when we saw him a couple years ago to what he's doing now, the confidence, the pitch characteristics, being able to get righties in, lefties out, and throwing a lot of strikes is phenomenal.